Welcome back to Octopath Traveler 2. In the last episode, we yet again did more side stories, and in this episode, yet again, more side stories. Um, we don't have too many more to complete, honestly. We gotta do Crestlands and Hino Uma, or however you pronounce this area. But we did the side quests, the side stories in every other area so far. So, we're going to continue Crestlands first in this episode. And we got a side quest we can accept here at the... Where are we at? Flame Church Cathedral. We're here at Ort. Go ahead and steal from him first. Whoa, Imperial Armor plus 600 HP, dang. Ort. A knight of the Sacred Guard. Ever since the Pontiff's assassination came to light, the Sacred Guard has lost its authority, and Sanctum Knights have resigned, one after the other. Despite this, Ort continues to press on for the sake of his fallen comrades and his friends, or friend, who perished fighting for what he believed in. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to him. I think this might be, might have voice acting, so I'm going to up the volume here. Well, let me find out if it has voice acting first. Yeah.
Seeing you here.
Let me up the volume here.
You know, after Kaldina's death, I began my own investigation. Of everything that's happened, ever since the Pontiff's assassination, I still felt as though there were other forces at work, you see. I carry a great deal of shame these days. And the day I was betrayed, I vowed never to misplace my faith again. Then I found a clue. Vados, the architect, the man responsible for the series of murders at the heart of it all, had written records he kept well hidden. What I found within was simply stunning. He had an accomplice. Who could this accomplice be? I figured if I found out their identity, I'd uncover the truth. And so I decided to search the town where it all began. Would you be so kind as to assist me in this endeavor? It heartens me to hear that. Thank you, truly. We mustn't draw attention to ourselves. Let us meet in front of the underground passage.
I do like how they give these side characters like an extra an extra chapter basically. Like more like outside the main storyline, you know, like they gave them more like dialogue and everything and their own storyline outside of the story, you know. Okay, we gotta scrutinize this lady.
What?
A woman who made the journey from Winterbloom. Her first grandchild is due to be born any day now, so she has come to pray for the health of both mother and child. Though her once strained relations with her daughter-in-law have improved, she has reflected on her behavior and intends to repent. An old man who praises the cathedral daily. He is secretly suffering from a yeah, I think I read this before. Because, yeah, I read this one before, yeah. I remember that one. I remember reading that one. But the reason it was saying it wasn't done is because, like I said, I started this playthrough, episode 1, with Throne, right? but I ended up having to restart the game as Berticio. I'm not going to go into details about why, because I've already went into details about that. But some of the stuff I didn't go back and do again, you know. I did it in the videos, but I didn't go back and do it myself. You see what I mean? Does that make sense?
What's
Alright. A boy who has been brought to the cathedral by his mother. He was born hard of hearing. Sounds like me. He spends his time trying to learn to read lips. He prays that he will be able to comfort his mother, who worries over his health. But yeah, you guys didn't miss anything in this playthrough. I showed everything in this playthrough, so don't worry about that. Like, there's nothing I didn't show. But I had to go back and do all this stuff again. Unfortunately. And since I'm not really sure what I showed before, I gotta read some of this stuff again.
well, this?
But that old man who I read had a fatal disease, I actually remembered that. So I know for a fact I've read that in this playthrough. But like this lady here, I don't know if I read this or not. I might have already read this before, but I'm going to read it again. A book lover whose lust for the order's luxurious library drove her to study hard and become a cleric. She was overjoyed when she was assigned that very library, though it should be noted that she loves the feel and smell of old books more than the words contained therein. That's weird. At least it's not a foot fetish. If you get that reference. I had to go there.
I have.
Sanctum Knight. A formidable Sanctum Knight who guards the cathedral during the day. Her skills of a blade have carried over to the kitchen, where she is an expert chef. She creates elaborate meals on her days off, though she is yet to share them with anyone. What the? I'll be beaten at my own game.
I like my odds.
Oh yeah, you will. You're gonna be beaten in one shot, actually.
This is the answer. Study harder.
I don't know, but I feel like Winter Magic should be more powerful than it is.
Oh, what?
Oh, here we go. Let me up the volume.
Now's our chance. Don't mess it up.
Don't you worry. We'll get it back no matter what.
Anyone who passes through here is gonna have to deal with us. And we'll fight in the name of our Lord.
And just who might these two be? They look rather suspect. And it looks as though they're on the hunt for something. I'm afraid the only way forward is through them. But we cannot cause too much commotion. What to do?
So obviously we gotta ambush them. But let's not do that yet. Because I want to go inside the cathedral first. There's another side quest we can accept in the cathedral.
Well,
A seasoned Sanctum Knight who has been entrusted with the cathedral's night watch, he is well respected among his peers and is quite used to the nocturnal nature of the job, though it does make meeting people rather hard. This is utter nonsense.
I like my odds. Now then. Indulge me for a moment. Try again. For a... I need a plan. Indulge me for all according to plan. Calculations complete.
I just prefer to use Elemental Barrage over One True Magic. I just like how it
I've
looks.
seen worse methods.
It's freaking awesome, man. It's like magic missiles.
Who would?
Or elemental magic missiles, should I say. They don't hire very good guards, do they? Strength of 5. You think the guards would be like strength of 10, right? Like if I'm gonna hire security, they're gonna be bulked up people, you know. I ain't gonna hire some skinny dude to do security. You know? It's not good for that person as well as for my company or whatever. If I had a company, I'm saying, like, because if something happens, then that skinny dude's not gonna be able to like take like some brute coming in, you know. So you want to hire someone who can hold their own, you know, just in case stuff happens, you know. That's why you see a lot of security guards are all bulked up and stuff. Not everybody, of course, but most of them. Mother who brought her son to the cathedral, she spends much of her time praying that her son will find his way in this cruel world. What she doesn't realize is that her son worries just as much about her as she does about him. Basically, what I'm saying is some people just aren't cut out for certain jobs. It's just, it seems harsh, but it's just the truth. Like, that'd be like me being an athlete. You know, it just wouldn't work.
Well,
A clerk working at the cathedral, though hired to be a cook, he loves nothing more than a good secret, and longs to hear the confessions of the townsfolk. He is quite chatty, so one must be careful what is said in his presence. And you could say the same thing about me being a chef. Like, I don't know how to cook. Like, I can microwave my meals. That's about it. I can cook, but I just can't cook a lot of stuff. A lot of complex stuff. I don't know if there's anything up here. There was that one room, but I don't know if we can actually even go here. I don't know. We'll see. Nope, there's nobody here. But as you can tell, in the cathedral there is a side quest we can accept, so we're going to be doing that. And it's a pretty easy side quest to complete. But I wanted to look around and everything. Make sure to do all the path actions and everything you guys already know. If I ain't 100% in games, I'm not going to play a game on this channel. Like, it's going to be as close to 100% completion as possible. And if it's not 100% completion, it's going to be 99.9% complete. And there has been playthroughs where I missed stuff. And that's my bad. But I try not to, is my point. But I'm only human, you know. So, you should always watch my videos with a grain of salt. And I might miss something here and there, but I'm going to try my best to do every single thing possible in the game. But if there's something I don't know about, You know, like a secret I might not know about. I don't look it up, and it's not available. Like there's no information about it online. Then there's nothing I could do about it. You know. Like there's areas that are in this game that I haven't even been to yet, but I gotta figure out how to get to them. Get to them. You know. Get to the areas. But the PS5 is good about letting me know there is, like, I've been to, I think, 90 of the 100 areas in the game. So there's like 10 areas I haven't been to or something like that. So I've been to majority of the areas. But at least I'd know how many areas there are. So I'd know the ones I've been to, you know. In like the past, you know, like older games, you had to figure out how many areas were in a game, you know, like it didn't tell you. So, yeah. So what I just said only applies to older games. It doesn't apply to newer games, because newer games I can just look up, you know, like how many areas are in this game, because I could just look on the PS5, you know. So I love the PS5. The hunter who has made a home for himself in the nearby mountains. It helps. The PS5 helps for 100% completion. It makes 100% completing games a lot easier. So I do love that. Freaking comes to Cathedral to confess for taking the lives of living creatures, and gives thanks for the blessings of the natural world. Whenever he lands something particularly large, he gives the finest cuts of his hunt to the church and his thanks. But yeah, if you want to know how to do that yourself, just go to your trophy list, and it'll tell you how much, like, this game, it said 100 areas, right? And I think I've explored like 90 of them, I think, or something like that. It'll tell you how many areas you've been to on your PS5. And most of, not on PS4 though. You can't get that information on PS4, but on PS5 you can. A most devout adherent to the Order of the Sacred Flame, she's been visiting the cathedral for decades and knows more of the inner workings than any cleric. The depth of her knowledge even extends to those who work there. Not even the most long-serving cleric dares defy her, lest they be reminded of the foibles, I don't know what the hell that word is, of their early days, a hidden item. Alright. So, I think we already accepted the side quest, or maybe we haven't. But yeah, we have all the items we need. There we go. Fire Soulstone L, Ice Soulstone L, Thunder Soulstone L, and a Wind Soulstone L. I'll be able to complete the side quest. Well, that's so beautiful. Better than its predecessor. His Holiness can rest easy now. Thank you, Traveler. Soulstones you gathered made all this possible. You see, this window's remarkable beauty comes from the 4 types of soulstone used in its construction. To be specific, 1 crushes the soulstone into powder, mixes that with ash and limestone, and processes this into glass of every color imaginable. As is well known, the window is also an effective ward against evil. Well, it didn't ward off that beast that killed the plaintiff, though, or the pontiff. This power too comes from the soulstones it contains. Not only is it one of the finest artworks ever created, it is also a sacred artifact revealing the radiant light of divine protection. Has such magnificence, such perfection ever existed in any other setting? To pose the question is to see the answer plainly. A resounding nay. Ahem. My apologies, I allowed my enthusiasm to get the better of me. I urge and entreat you, Traveler, spread the good word about the wonders of the window to all you meet. I don't think I will, but give me the reward. Psychic Staff. So, It boosts elemental defense. Okay. So if you want to stat the boost for elemental defense, you could equip that, but probably not the greatest. Alright, let's go ambush that guy. No point in dueling him, I can just put him to sleep.
Good night.
Good night.
I underestimated you. Brilliant work. You know, I'm suddenly reminded of when Crick and I practiced our swordcraft together. Whenever we took on a mission of life or death, we would always have each other's backs. Though I was the lesser skilled of us. In time, we both became Sanctum Knights.
On your guard. I ask you, why do you wield your swords?
Why?
Worry not. The answer will no doubt come to you in the course of this duel. Come and be baptized. Is that your best, Ort? I find your swordsmanship lacking, Crick.
You what? I shall not yield. Are you with me, Ort?
Indeed. Let us show her what we are made of.
No need. I've seen enough already. Ort Edgeworth, Crick Wellesley. In the sacred name of the Thunderblade, I pronounce you Sanctum Knights.
I.
We've done it, Crick. God's blades at last.
That we are, though we've yet to accomplish anything. The journey merely begins here, Ort. Let us continue to hone our swordcraft and strengthen our will for what lies ahead.
After that, only I was chosen to be Kaldina's bodyguard. It was as though she could tell from Crick's swordcraft alone that she could never bend his will to hers. Crick always walked the righteous path, even when that made the traveling all the harder. I long to have the same conviction. Forgive me. I've talked at far greater length than I planned. Let us continue on.
Alright, we'll head on in here then. I don't know why we're going back down here again, but a very low level area, but whatever.
Thinking you'll study harder.
There we go.
I can't find it. That damned hair ornament's not here.
Cease your sneaking about. You stand in full view of the gods.
I found a couple no-good meddlers, though.
Such a warm welcome suggests I need show you no mercy.
Damnable God's Blade!
Ah, I see you're not alone. I shall take this one on. You take the other.
We'll make quick work of these intruders.
There's no one we can't teach a lesson.
Out of my way. I need a plan. This is the answer.
My turn. Well, well.
My You're in for it now. There's no need for flattery. It'll rust my sword.
Are you all right? What's this? A crescent moon necklace. Are you members of the Moonshade Order? Do you know Vados the Architect?
Huh?
Aha. I take it that you do. If the Order's believers are here, then... does that mean he was working with the leader of the Moonshade Order? But why would he? The Moonshade Order is the sworn enemy of the Call people. Who is your leader? And what are you searching for?
Ask your benevolent gods.
You have my profound thanks. My investigation continues apace. I swear to you, Crick, I shall stray from the path no longer.
Alright, we get 10,000 leaves and a Sword of Oaths. Sometimes to reduce target's physical attack. Pretty good power on that weapon. Also boosts crit as well. Alright, so I need to figure out what side quests I still need to do. So I'm looking that up real quick. We'll research for money, we did that one, okay. Procuring peculiar tomes. Yep, we did that one. Tourney champion we did, a mystery box we did. Ort's next chapter we did. From the far reaches of hell. It's in Montli's library. A young man traveling the world alone. He is the prince of a kingdom on a distant continent. Or so he claims. For some reason he is unable to give further details. The objective of his travels is also unclear.
I'll take.
I won't bow to the will of wrongdoers.
I like my odds.
I'm eating, by the way, so that's why
Now then,
you guys can probably tell.
indulge me for a moment. For a. I need a plan. This one's for me. Indulge me for a moment. Calculations complete. Indulge me for a moment. I've gained valuable insight. Oh, worth it.
Going to accept this side quest. Oh, it's you again. It's me, Al, remember? Yep. From the island, right? I think that's where we saw him. They need our assistance. Yeah, so as someone said in a comment, from the far reaches of hell is a reference to Octopath Traveler 1. That's what Cyrus was looking for in that game. I had forgot about it though, but the comment reminded me of it. Okay, we already have what it takes to complete this one. Hold on. I'm gonna swallow my food. I don't usually eat during recordings, but anyway, how to decipher unknown languages is what we need. We have that. And by the way, if you want a meeting, I was eating a protein bar. To be Aloha, to be exact. They're like plant-based protein bars. Vanilla almond crunch is the kind I had. You can get them on Amazon. Not sponsored. What? You can decipher from the far reaches of hell? That's incredible. You must teach me how. There are things I've come to understand in my travels. And they all lead back to this tome. I must know what knowledge is contained within its pages. Thanks to you, I have some idea of what's written in this tome. And it confirms my suspicions. This tome may be an ill omen. A Catabil omen. Nah. It'd be a Bookabil omen. There you go, Konami. I just made you a new card that you can print. Instead of Catabil omen, it's a Bookabil omen. I'll expect my check in the mail, Konami. I said, you've helped me twice, running now. So it's time I pulled my weight. It's a fascinating world we live in. Now all that remains is to dedicate all my effort to the task at hand. It wouldn't be the first time Konami's done that as well. Suikoden 5 had a book that was like corrupted or whatever. Our paths cross again, dear friend. Do be careful on your travels. I can also think of Final Fantasy V. He had those books that had monsters on them or whatever. Had monsters on the books or whatever. Or the books were the monsters, basically. And anyway, for completing this one, we get 4,500 leaves and coat of arms. And also, Final Fantasy IX had Tartarus or whatever. It was like a cursed book. So coat of arms boosts your physical and elemental defense. I do occasionally reference other games and everything when I do my playthrough, so. Alright, anyway. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll complete some side quests in Hino Uma. Maybe I'll complete the rest of the side quests as well. Actually, let's see if we have them all done. Hold on. Hold up. Because we did all the ones in the Crestlands. Because we'll be doing something else in the next episode if we've already completed them all. Alright. Sword Hunter in the Decaying Temple. Yep, we did that one. Plans from a Ruined Nation. Yep. The Strongest. Yep. Got your stupid ad. The Treasures of Ku. Yep, we did that one. The Runaways. We did that one. A Tower of Trials. We did that one. Oh, we gotta do Mika's next chapter. And then we have one more after that. Alright, anyway, we got 2 more side quests left. We're gonna do Mika's next chapter in the next episode. Yeah. I'll go ahead and just go over to the person. Right here. The younger sister of the late swordsman Ritsu, she carries a deep hatred in her heart for war and is quick to lend a helping hand to the injured. Not out of the of kindness, but guilt. Her name means sky in the ancient Ku language, and is the only thing her impoverished father was able to give her before his passing.
I'll take.
Alright guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Later.